Alright guys, we are back. NeoThinker here. We are going to get right into it. This is my second video. These videos will get better as I have more experience. Your feedback is definitely appreciated. Your likes and subscriptions are going to go a long way for this channel, so definitely appreciate those too. But yeah, let's get right into it. If you didn't watch my first video, I did do a deck tech for this deck. I did realize that I didn't give you a full view of the deck in the first video, so I'm going to go and do that right now so you guys get a good view of the deck, the full 60 here. This is Ninja Star. It's focused on Greninja, Terra Greninja, and Starmie. Those are the two main attackers. Everything navigates through them. And then the backup support Pokemon are Frostlass and Dusknoir, as well as obviously Fez, Meowth, Latias. Those help the deck kind of stick together. But yeah, this deck has been awesome. I've been getting feedback from other players. I'm going to share some of those comments right now, actually. I have them right here. Just give me one moment. I'll let you know what players are saying about this deck based on their personal experience. So the first one was a comment, thank you for the list. Just tried last night. Brought it to my locals. I ended up second out of 24. I only lost to Raging Bolt. That is a weaker matchup. We're actually good against Slotbox and Terrabox decks, but if it has Raging Bolt, it has one-shot potential like we do, and that is a tougher matchup. So not surprised there, but there are ways to navigate that matchup, which I will talk about. I'm not sure it will be in this video, but you definitely want to leverage Starmie, Nebula Beam 210, save your bosses. If your meta is actually more Raging Bolt heavy, you actually want to up your boss to 3, so you can use a few Ignition Energies to knock out their 210 or lower Pokemon like Fez, Latias, Meowth, and Tealmask. And then basically, because both my Greninjas were in prizes, keep inspiring, man. So that was one comment there. And then another one was, I've been playing your deck since you posted it, and I have seen plenty of success, approximately 60% win rate. Other than brick draws, which happens to every deck, the raw losses have been close to none. And I've experienced the same. I've been telling people, like, oh, how do you lose? Like, what's the key takeaways from your losses? With this deck, actually, a lot of losses come to either an unfair stamp when I'm down to 1 or 2 prizes, or I get bossed. So I'll take that any day. You know, if that's how I'm losing with this deck, then I can sleep at night. This deck is always resilient. You know, even when I lose, it's a great game. So yeah, you'll see in the next matchup that we're gonna play how that goes down. Basically, other than a misplay once on my part with the Ignition, great deck, thanks. And another one was a private message. Hey man, just wanted to reach out and say hi privately. Sorry we didn't get to play our matchup the other day due to you losing connection. I was definitely in the ropes. He was playing Hydrapple. He challenged me in the Facebook group PTCG Live, and I came at him with a Sharpedo deck that's actually designed to beat grass decks. If you guys didn't know, I actually repped Sharpedo longer than any deck. When that card was released from Red Dazzle Flames, I immediately jumped on it. I thought it had potential. I was actually known as Shark Boy at my local leagues on Reddit. I've logged over 1,200 matches online and paper with Sharpedo. I've played every variant from, you know, traditional Sharpedo with Toxtricity to Mega Gengar, which is my longest run, and I really like that it helped with your prize map. Then I did most recently the Lopunny version. Yeah, and that's the one that's been the most successful, but I actually added another element to the Dunsparce engine because that deck, what I noticed, it was right there. All it needed was a good draw engine to not brick as hard mid-game, late game when you kind of run out of fuel. So I did the Dunsparce engine, and the Dunsparce X actually gives me leverage against the grass decks, the slot box decks, things that I was struggling against. And yeah, so he was playing Hydrapple when I was playing Sharpedo, and I had him on the ropes. I basically was down to 1 or 2 prizes by turn 4 or 5, and the game froze when I judged. But yeah, I'm looking forward to bringing that deck to you guys after this Greninja deck. My goal is to top 8 with this. I do have an event tomorrow. It's the Challenge of Doom online best of 3 event. I did come in, I believe in the last one I played, I came in 51st out of 289 players. So I'm really excited to run it back. It's been improved since then. I've had the again, the second starmie. I have Salvatore now, which I'm not sure I'm going to keep tomorrow, but it's been good. It's been really, the answer I kind of needed for going second, because you still want that explosive edge, and Salvatore gives you that. So yeah, we'll talk about that more when I start playing. And then, yeah, so this guy goes, I've been also been playing your Starmie Frost Lesnar deck and really like the way it flows, hoping to make a connection with another great deck builder and bounce ideas off each other. So that was that one, private message. And then just recently, I had, he's known as Kashvinder Singhman, on X, and he said, "Good stuff, my guy. Played it at a local yesterday for the first time with no testing. Deck felt solid. Only lost to Beedrill because of stupid stamp, and we all lose to stamp. But I want to say, and hopefully I do get stamped in this game, because you're going to see that this deck, even when it gets stamped, I've been stamped. I've been red card against Dragapult, and I still pull through, and you'll see why. Because when you top deck a card like Meowth, or you top deck Elise Determination, or you top deck Ocaresses to get you a Grand Tree, and then you evolve your line, or you get a Hilda, like, there are a lot of cards in this deck, or even a Fez, right, to draw you 3 more cards. There's a lot of cards in this deck that can turn it around on a whim, right? You have blowout potential, and it's very scary. Players will start to realize that even a judge, even a stamp or a red card isn't enough to take this deck out. So really excited, and of course the Salvatore. So yeah, that's about it for the feedback right now. Like I said, it's been very positive. Every card in this deck has been meticulously, consciously chosen, including the counts. It's very difficult. It's a fine-tuned list. It's as sharp as a blade. There's only a few spots that you could really play around with, and I kind of want to go over that with you guys. If you do want to optimize it for your local meta, or you're taking it to a big event, or you want to add your own personal flavor. So right off the bat, Badoo was a card that I've had in this list when I first started. But I've since changed to Shaman because of Slowking, and I'm seeing more Starmie decks, right? So this is good against them. But if you want to play Badoo, similarly to Salvatore being good going second, Badoo is the same thing. It does help you stall and set up your greninja, and your evolution line, your pressure board state. But if you want to play the Badoo, I'd say in terms of the Pokemon that are here, the only flexible spot would be the second Dusclops. I don't like it. I don't like taking that out. I think that it adds an explosive element to the deck. But if you really want to add the Badoo, do not take out the Shaman. Do not take out the third Froakie. Don't take out any Greninjas. No Snorunt. No Frostlass. No Latias. You want 2 Meowths. You want the Fez. They all stay, guys. Like, these are cards that make the deck the way that it is. The only one I'd say is the second Dusclops. And in that regard, if you wanted to add a 24th Pokemon, we're going to move down to the trainers now. The only Pokemon that I've considered for this deck are the Badoo, a Blood Moon Ursaluna, because you do play the Dusk line, and we play a few Megas. So there are times when your opponent does pick up 3 to 4 prizes, and you can follow up with a Blood Moon, and again, another explosive angle. We do play Latias, so it's an easy fit. If you wanted to play a Blood Moon Ursaluna, the only card that I would take out of the 60 over here would likely be what was that? The Salvatore. I'm sorry, it's late. It's 1:38 a.m. right now. But I really want to get you guys into the video after the first one I put out today. And so as you see here, I have a judge, because I can't really fit anything. Everything is so tight. I didn't know where to put the judge. I want to try judge because against Alakazam, I've been seeing more of that since the regionals win. I really wanted another card to disrupt before red card. And when I was playing the Alakazam matchup, I noticed, like, I always take notes about like what cards I want to see when, and the one that kept coming up was Judge. So I noticed, because we play Meowths, because we have multiple angles to draw our cards and get what we need, I felt that maybe sacrificing one Laser Determination isn't as bad for this deck, because again, this deck isn't relying on drawing more cards, right? You're not trying to generate card advantage by drawing more cards in your hand. You're generating card advantage by establishing your board, okay, by impacting the board, by generating threat density. So you see here, there's a lot of targeted draw, Ultra Ball, Hilda, Caresses Tenacity, Pokepad, Buddy Body, Poffins, Grand Tree, a lot of targeted draw, which helps you set up by turn 3, turn 4. So I just found a new angle that if you wanted to shave something else, I'd say the 4th Lillie is possibly flex in this deck. Now, don't quote me on it. I'm not saying it's the optimal play. It's something I'm still testing. But looking at this deck as a whole, again, the way it functions and how there's multiple ways to get your cards, I felt that maybe the 4th Lillie would be another potential card you could shave. But what you replace for the 4th Lillie has to be high impact. It has to have a relative function. And so I felt that, Judge not only disrupts a deck like Alakazam or decks that draw a lot of cards off the Dunsparce, but in a way, it's like a mini unfair stamp for us. Another red card. And also, it gives you the ability to do 200 damage with Frostlass, right? So, as I was explaining to somebody earlier today in a comment, they said, why don't you play Xerosic? The reason why I don't play Xerosic is because I think it's a fraud. Honestly, a lot of times, even before with Gholdengo, when that was running rampant, they can still hold on to their best cards, right? And you don't get to choose the card. At times, I wish Xerosic was a lot more like Eerie, where you can select the cards you discard. But because they get to keep 3 cards, one can be Lillie, one can be Fez, one can be the Dunsparce, like, it doesn't really do as much as you think it's going to do. And again, because this deck maximizes efficiency and impact and versatility, every card you select for this deck needs to follow those 3 criteria, right? Is it versatile? Is the first thing. Is it cross-performing? Right, again with the versatility, can it do more than just a singular thing? And how effective is the card? Is it efficient? Does it impact the board, right? Because we don't have a lot of room, so the cards you choose have to make a big impact. And that's exactly why I chose the 3 stadiums that I chose, because each one makes a massive impact for its specific target, right? So Tree evolves our line, right, to set up a blowout. Gravity Mountain reduces their life total, and it literally acts like a win condition, because you're not just putting Gravity Mountain down whenever you see it. You're going to use it when you're ready to win, ready to pivot and turn the corner. You play Gravity Mountain, drop their life total, pop up a Dust, Clops of Dust, or a 210 with Starmie and win the game. And then Surfing Beach, yeah, you could play a Surfer, yeah, you could play Air Balloon, but these are filler. I feel like they're filler cards that you can play in addition to, not the main thing. You want the highest impact possible from what you picked to play in this deck. So for me, Surfing Beach was just that. It allows us to retreat our Starmies and Frostlass multiple times throughout the game, right? And still be able to retreat traditionally, right? So that's very good prior to Liz's Determination, for example, because let's say your opponent knocks out a Pokemon and you have a choice between bringing up a Frostlass or a Starmie, right? And you decide, you put the energy on Frostlass, and you have to choose between 2. Based on what I draw next is going to affect, which Pokemon I choose to go with. But because the Frostlass only needs 1 to retreat as opposed to 2 with Starmie, I'm gonna lead with Frostlass, right? And then if I need to, I'm going to lead with Starmie. And because if I need to, I can use Surfing Beach to retreat the Starmie for free, and then bring up the Frostlass. And then when I Lilies, if I get something better, if I get, a card that's going to make Frostlass better in the main, then I can easily, retreat. If it's the Starmie that's better, I can retreat the Frostlass with only 1 energy and then bring up the Starmie. So the Surfing Beach really does make the biggest impact in terms of retreating in this deck. And then Latias covers everything else that you can't retreat with water, right? And also, again, cross-performing cards. What else does Surfing Beach do? Surfing Beach is also a way to discard your opponent's stadium, right? So there's a lot of threatening stadiums today, from Academy at night to Force Vitality to Team Rocket's Watchtower that shuts down our Meowth. So you want to be able to also have stadiums, at least 3 or 4 in my opinion. I think anything less than 3, you're kind of shoehorning yourself into a corner. Disadvantage there. You want to have at least 3 to 4, and for me, Surrey Beach was that best stadium I could choose. And again, if you wanted to play an additional, retreat cost card, I'd say it's something that Meowth can grab, like a Surfer that also draws you cards. You want to see where I'm going here? It doesn't just retreat; it also draws you cards. Kieran also allows you to do 30 plus damage, like almost like a black belt. I'm doing a lot of talking, guys. A lot to this deck. I'm only scratching the surface. I couldn't get it all out in the first video, so I figured I'd touch base here. So I'm hoping you guys are starting to see the way this deck was designed, the intention behind every card chosen, and you just want the highest impact possible with the cards that you select, right? And then, some of the other ones I was considering was Petrel, because with Petrel you can grab the red card, you can grab on the whim an Ultra Ball, right, that you can't grab with Meowth. You can grab a Night Stretcher. You can also grab a stadium with that card. But one of the biggest ones, in my opinion, is that you can grab a rare candy, right? Because you want to have an explosive setup, and so if we can Grand Tree and get our evolution line, we want to also be able to do the same with something like rare candy. So being able to Petrel for a rare candy, or Petrel for a red card, and then play Shinobi from Greninja, and it allows you to grab something else instead of using Shinobi to grab the rare candy, right? When you could have grabbed it earlier, evolve, and then use Greninja to grab an Ignition or a boss, right? So I feel Petrel is right up there in like one of the other cards I'd like to have for this deck. And it's like, in a sense, it's like Meowth number 3, right? You have to start looking at the cards in this deck as cross-performing, multifunctional cards, right? And when I used to play Magic, we used to call these cards like multi-purpose, right? They are cross-performing against multiple decks, right? And they serve multiple functions. And the reason why it's important is because, there's a lot of good decks and a lot of different strategies. And when you have a deck that can at least be prepared to take on anything, it's not that you're sacrificing consistency and bastardizing your deck, but you're playing cards that actually advance your game plan while also serving multiple functions, right? In Pokemon, there's no sideboarding. So in Magic, you have a 15 card sideboard where cards like Shaman, Meowth, Patrat, cards that you normally want to bring in if necessary, in Magic, they're off to your sideboard. So when you play game 2, usually it's best of 3. When you play game 2, you bring in the sideboard cards that you would use against that particular matchup instead of it being dead in your main. So Pokemon doesn't have that. So I designed this deck with a sideboard mentality built into the main, right? So that it's like a toolbox deck. You are prepared for any deck without sacrificing your game plan, your consistency, right? So these cards are all doing what this deck is meant to do while also serving another purpose. And so back to the Judge, I decided that I can also use Meowth to grab the Judge, to grab 4 cards to disrupt. And I've loved Judge in Sharpedo, because when you play Judge with a Sharpedo, you're going to grab 2 more cards off Greedy Fang. So you're at 6 cards, your opponent's at 4 cards, and you're just getting ahead, right? In this deck, it's a very similar function with Judge, because we have a card like Starmie and Frostlass, and even Shinobi, Greninja with only 1 energy. You see the common denominator between these 3, they all use 1 energy to do their attack, right? They're very efficient, so they all work cohesively together. And so when you can bring them up and then play Judge, you're really putting your opponent into the corner. And those 4 cards are going to be much more advantageous for you than they are for your opponent, because you've got a threat on the board. If you didn't have a threat on the board, those 4 cards might screw you over. But in this deck, when you have a body like Frostlass, Greninja, or Starmie, and then you're playing Judge, that is backbreaking. In some scenarios, that's better than playing Laser Termination. So for the sake of this testing tonight, before tomorrow's event that I have, I'd like to try the judge in the fourth Lily determination spot and see how that works out. And that's really it. You know, like I said, the Petrel, the second Night Stretcher is something I've considered because we play Dust Line. You know, the Salvatore is typically the fourth Ultra Ball or the third Hilda, but also could be the third boss. If you wanted to play one more retreat card, I wouldn't play Air Balloon because you're limiting to one Pokemon. You don't want that. You want to have options. So again, the choices would be Surfer or Kieran. Yeah, you could play Switch, but you have to draw into Switch. Whereas Surfer or Kieran, you can find it off Meowth, right? If you were playing Patrol, then I can argue for a Switch. And then if you want to play a fourth stadium, I say for the stadium you'd probably want something like Team Rocket's Watchtower. Even though it hurts us, it is a very high impact card that you can use against your opponent once you establish your board, and you don't need Meowth anymore, right? You have to play that strategically. I don't think you want to ever take out Wise Compassion. This is something that I've used very tactfully to keep Starmie alive and ride Starmie the whole way, which is what I do against Dragapult. And I kind of want to touch on that a little bit too. The reason why this deck is favored against Dragapult is because of turn 2 Starmie, right? When you apply pressure against Dragapult, you're now forcing them to respond to Starmie. And it makes it that much more difficult if they don't play Rare Candy, right? They have to evolve into Dracloak. And all you gotta do is threaten 50 on one Dracloak, and then next turn you're going to take it out, right? So they have to respect the Starmie. What this allows you to do is that while you're pressuring with Starmie, you are establishing your own board. They can draw as many cards as they want, right? Through Dracloak or even the Dunsparce. It does not matter because we are establishing our board. We're already set up. We don't have to draw another single card. We can ride off Starmie the entire time. Then when they play the Dragapult, they've already got 50 to 100 damage from the damage that Starmie did with the first attack, that now all I need is an Ignition Energy and it's knocked out, right? Or then I grab Gravity Mountain and take it out. So this deck has been very favorable against Dragapult, all variants. I haven't struggled against any variant of Dragapult because of the way that it functions. And they have multiple threats they have to worry about. And sometimes you even set up a bait, because we play multiple Starmies, I can sometimes sacrifice one Starmie and then have a Frostlass on the bench. And they either take the knockout, right, and draw and pick up 3 cards and have 7+ cards in their hand. Then I'm going to follow up with a Frostlass and knock it out. And most likely, because I've already damaged a lot of their Pokemon early on, they don't have another threat to bring up, right? So you're setting yourself up for future turns. You're always thinking about 4 or 5 turns ahead in this deck. And I'm 9-3 against Dragapult builds. From the Cup on 5/24 that I won against Dragapult to the online events. And in my last one, I won 3 of 3 against Dragapult, and you can check that out on Limitless. So this is the deck. We are going to get into a match. Enough talking. I think there was quite a segue of how this deck functions. I think you guys get an idea of its design. We are going to get into a match. Don't mind the 1497. I did get the 1611. I even got the 1630. But this program, man, with its getting disconnected, just getting matchups that you've never seen before. It's just the way it is. I've dropped down to 1497. But I fluctuated. I'm not only testing this deck, I'm also testing Sharpedo, which I'm excited to show you guys. That's going to be next. I'm determined to create the best Sharpedo deck, like the best Greninja deck. So that's coming soon too. But yeah, I'm testing other things, and this 1500 or so is not really reflective of how good this deck is. So yeah, I don't put much credence into the number here. But yeah, enough of that. Let's get into a game. Let's show you guys what this deck is made of. Let's see what we got. And again, you always want to go first with this deck. But if you don't go first, we now have a way to get around that with Salvatore. Let's see what they're playing. All right, we're going to go heads. I always go heads. Very rare that I choose tails. If I do, it's tails. Let's hope that our opponent gives us the first turn. That would be fantastic. Okay, they're going to go first. So this could be a little more challenging, but again, this deck's resilient. We're already starting out with a starmie. Makes our life easier, and we have the Hilda, we have the Froakie. Oh, this is a good hand, guys. Again, you always want to lead with the starmie, and you want to play the Froakie in the bench. We are not going to play Fez yet, and there we go. Let's see what we're playing with. This could be anything, guys. We don't know what this is, but Buddy Poffin. Let's see what it could be. Dragapult. And if it is, I'm excited because I've been waiting for this. Okay, it is Alakazam. We brought the judge in. This is going to be good. Let's see what it does. Let's see how we function against. Okay, that's a good start. There is no energy. Awesome. Okay, we are going to start off with turn 2. You know what? We don't want that. We are actually going to do Hilda because we don't have an energy turn 1. We could have done Salvatore, but we really just want to be able to grab this and energy to start. They can't knock us out next turn, I don't think. And maybe that was wrong. Maybe I should have gone Salvatore. But I'm going to take my chances. Okay, I don't think they have the rare candy. Again, that could have been my mistake, and if I misplayed, that's on me. But we're going to take our chances and go with 20. Who knows, maybe I'll grab a Snorunt and do Salvatore next turn, right? Or we can actually maybe get a Pokepad. Okay, that's fine. We can probably get a Pokepad into Froakie and then Salvatore into Greninja. That is a play, guys. That does work. Let's see what they do here. If they rare candy, I'll take it. It is what it is. Oh, God. Did they have the rare candy? Oh, no, they don't. Okay, guys. I don't think they have the rare candy. Let's hope they don't have the rare candy. This is going to be interesting. Oh, boy. Now, I did play this matchup in the regional version. I did play it in my last online event. I lost one. Oh, there we go. There it is. Yep. Guys, looks like we might have made a mistake. I'll take that. Can we recover, though? That's the question. Can we recover? Oof. You know what, though? That would have been 220 against Starmie. I don't know if that would have been ideal, honestly. So maybe that's fine. I can knight. Oh, look at this. Oh, do you guys see it? Do you guys see it? Oh, you guys see it? I see it. Okay. Check this out, guys. Oh, my God. This is going to be good. We're going to draw 3. Oh, we got the energy. Look at this, guys. Just look at this. We're going to Night Stretcher. We're going to grab the Staryu. Right? We're going to play Staryu. And then we are going to Salvatore. Hopefully we have the other. We do. We've got the other Starmie. And this is why we play 2 Starmies, guys. Salvatore into Starmie. Alright. And then we are going to play the energy here. We're going to play Surfing Beach. We're going to retreat for free. And bring up that. And look at his face. Yep. See how it works? I'm telling you guys, this deck's resilient. Yeah, that was amazing to see Salvatore's play in this deck. We're going to keep it. I'm not sure if I actually want to Ultra Ball right now. I do kind of want to grab a Duskull, but I don't want to give up. I don't know if I want to give up any of this. I'm going to have to just go for the attack. Yeah, let's just go for this. I was going to grab a Froakie. I just don't want to give up Starmie. I don't know what else to give up. Everything else in the hand looks good. And if they attack me next turn, we're going to knock out the Abra. I'll take it. I mean, I have Wise Compassion. I'm hoping that will be... Okay. Yeah, I don't want to give up the other Starmie because if they knock out this Mega Starmie, I do want to have another one. So we'll see what they do. I mean, they need to draw quite a bit of cards They have to get to like 18, I think. Oh, yeah, they might get it. They might get the KO. Ooh, I should have had maybe another setup here. We'll see what happens. Okay, because most likely what I probably should have done was I should have. Oh no, I already used the supporter, so I couldn't even use Judge if I wanted. But next turn we are going to do Meowth into Judge. We have to. We have no choice. We can't get red card. There's no way getting red card, so we're going to have to do Judge. They do have enough to knock out the Mega Starmie though. I think it's 340 right there. Okay, that's 320 now. No, it's just enough. Yep, it's just enough. It's gonna happen, guys. This is where it gets hairy against the matchup. I might have misplayed. I mean, we'll see what happens. I'm hoping for a rare candy. Okay, Lillie. Okay, I think what we want to do before anything is we're gonna do Fez first because I don't want to use Lilies. We might need Judge. Let's hope we get a Judge. Okay, we have Boss. So, lots of options here. I think the safest play is to Ultra Ball. And we're going to give up one of these. I don't think we actually need the other. No, we're not going to use this line because they already have 2 prizes left. So we are going to do this. Grab a Meowth. And we're going to play. We got to hope that Judge is not in the prizes. But yes, we're going to use Last Ditch. And okay, it's here. We do have the Judge. And I don't know what else to do here. We actually cannot knock this out. We have Surfing Beach. I don't know what else we could do unless we have, you know what, I'm going to attach energy because if we get lucky and get a rare candy and Mega Greninja, we can knock it out. So we're going to do that. Attach energy, Judge, and let's see what we get. Okay. This isn't so bad. It could have been better, but we're gonna do another Staryu, and it looks like the Snow Runt is in the prizes too, so we can't operate from that. Okay, and we are gonna make it a little more difficult for them. I probably should have saved the water energy for that. Actually, I didn't draw water energy, so that wouldn't have worked anyway, because that could have knocked out that. But we're gonna Pokepad, and we're gonna grab a Frogadier. They need to have, I don't know if they're gonna have enough cards to knock me out, but we'll see. Okay. Yeah, this does not look good, guys. I don't know if I should actually preserve this. I think we're gonna go for that actually. We're gonna retreat because we can't lose this. This is our line here. And we're gonna bring out the other Froakie. They either have the boss or they don't. I'd rather them knock this out and then us come back with a Greninja next turn. So let's see what happens, guys. This does not look good for us. It's fine. I mean, it's Alakazam. I don't know what I could have done better. Okay, they don't have the boss, which is good. We're still in this. But again, they've got knockout potential. They can boss for the Fez or Meowth. If we come back from this, I don't know what to say. Honestly, I don't know what to say. We are on the back ropes right now. It should be very interesting to see how we come out of this. I don't know if we will. If you guys saw a line that I didn't see, I'd like you to leave it in the comments what I could have done differently. I really don't think I could have done anything differently. Maybe evolve into Starmie early on, but I think that would have been 3 prizes too early. I don't know if I would have gone Judge a little earlier. We'll see. 180 is actually a good sign. They can't knock me out. clearly going to lead with a Frogadier because we do have Surfing Beach. We can, let's see if we can get the knockout here. Okay, so the play here is we're going to see as many cards as we can with, I think we want to do Fez first because we might need another supporter. So let's see, like I actually do want to get a boss so I can knock this out and knock something else out. So let's see, we're gonna flip the script first. Ah, there it is. Okay, we're in this, guys. We're still in this. We are still in this. And I'm actually gonna reduce the life total to knock it out. There it is, it's gone. That's a really good sign, guys. Okay, so we've got that. Guys, this could be dangerous. They are on the back ropes. I think we might have a, oh my goodness. I think we've got, oh my god, my heart. Do you guys see this? What's going on right now? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Guys, Gravity Mountain, Ignition Energy. I'm about to knock out another Alakazam from the bench. Oh my god. Oh my god. You guys, are you, I have to take my phone and say, oh my god, give me 1 second. I need to, because I can't screenshot right now. This is, oh my god. So, you know what's happening, right? We are going to Mirage Barrage right now. Oh my god. We are going to put 120 on that and 120 on Abra. Oh my god. Guys, I think we might have come back. Oh my god. We might have done this. Oh, I love this deck. I love this deck. Oh my god. Oh my god. The joy this deck brings me, guys. Oh, I am so passionate about this deck. Oh my god. The testament is here. You guys are seeing what this deck does. Oh my god. Like I said earlier when I talked about this deck, everything in this deck serves a purpose. Gravity Mountain hits hard when it has to hit hard. Go ahead, grab all your Abras. This game's done. I have another Ignition Energy. I won this. Ignition Energy is going to Mirage Barrage again, and I think we got this. If they play one more basic, we won this game off Greninja. It's done. It is done. Guys, it's done. It is done. I need to take a picture. This is, we did it. We did it. My reaction, guys, this is reaction. We did it. We just came back against Alakazam. I didn't think we had this game. We did. Mirage Barrage, baby. Mirage Barrage. Oh my god. Fez into Rare Candy, into Ignition Energy, into Caresses for Gravity Mountain, knocked out an Alakazam. Oh my god. We got this, guys. We got this. Let's go. Okay, they bossed. I still think we got this. I really do think we still have this. So, we are going to Ignition Energy, retreat, play that. Guys, I don't know. I don't like this hand. There's nothing that we can really play here, so we are going to Lillie. Okay. And I don't know if we have another Froakie. Let's see what we got with Buddy. We do. We have another Froakie. We're going to grab one Froakie, because we have the Rare Candy. All right. Guys, I mean, if they have if they have two Rare Candies, it is what it is. But this is going to be key, what we grab next. I do think the card we want is energy, honestly. There's nothing else that I want besides energy. To retreat, right? That's all we want. Because everything costs 1 to retreat. If they boss again, we just want the energy at this point. We can knock out anything. I can't think of anything else, honestly. Even if we lose, guys, this was a hell of a game. What hell of a game. I mean, if they have the Alakazam, they win. Rare candy. If they have it, they have it. I'll take it. I don't know if they have another rare candy. Did they concede? I don't think they have another rare candy. I don't think they have another rare candy. I have to take a picture of this, guys. No, I think it's done. I think it's done. What a game. What a game. I don't think they have rare candy. Do they have rare candy? Do they only play one? Please, don't tell me they have another rare candy. Oh my god. My heart right now. I can't even. I can't even. Do they have the rare candy? Guys, you should feel my heart right now. We did it! We fucking did it! We fucking did it! Guys, we did it. We fucking did it. Sorry, YouTube. Oh my god. What a game. Guys, thank you for watching. The fact that you are watching this and seeing what this deck can do, I'm at a loss of words. Ninja Star, baby. Meta killer. Poke killer. Let's go. Alakazam killer. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll be back soon. Have a good night.